They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cop the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Another day in the USA. Just another day in America. Kids from my hood look up to the system set us up for failure. I just want to make enough to pay dividends, then invest in black businesses. They teach us to hate what we see in the mirror, but it can't break our spirit. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cop the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them.
Track how G go too fast. I don't need wear no seatbelt. Bad look, got no upgrade. Now she got. How about the range on? Who is the baby? He gone. Man, these old rappers getting boring. They be taking shots. I ignore.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Carolina Panthers. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. And it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Looking to throw. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The reception good for 7. It's third down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Now let's go. Green.
He'll drop to throw. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll drop to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. He goes full extension, and he's got it. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
Well, that's just simply not right. To make that kind of a catch, that spectacular, and not get a first down out of it.
I guess he could put it on his personal highlight reel, however.
Yeah, he'll get the catch, he'll get the yardage, but he doesn't get what he really wants.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. And, Charles, when you start talking about NFL kickers that have hit from 62 or further, it's a pretty short list, isn't it?
That it is, but how about the trust by a head coach to even let your kicker try from that range? That's really showing a lot of faith that he can get the job done.
Yeah, faith and guts. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. To throw is Newton. Dancing to his left. And his first look is incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. On 2nd and 10, Newton. And caught left side, Olsen. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. First carry for Christian McCaffrey, and he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 16.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll set up to throw. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Carolina! A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Raymond now on the return. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now let's go.
Back to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A very solid gain of 27. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. After the penalty, it's Jones. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage Back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Back to throw here. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. He'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Newton on 1st down. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And that one results in 35 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, here's Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Greg Olsen, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. Gano the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Gano out to kick this one away. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. And it's incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
I remember growing up playing basketball. My coaches always talked about communicating on defense, making sure you talk on defense, know where your screens are, know where the cuts are coming from, who has who. Well, guess what? It's the same thing in football. Even though there's more noise out there, you can hear all the screams of screen, screen.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talked about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
All right, here we go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And this is complete to Moore on the comebacker. And he's taken down inside the 30. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. Down to about the 22 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down. That fits the bill.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. Newton now to throw. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. Newton to Olsen there for a Carolina first down. On first down, this is McCaffrey. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Newton. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Throwing is Newton. He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. The shotgun snap for Newton. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Chris Conley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Gano the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Gano out to kick this one away. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The Bucs on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now back to throw. He's got Evans. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Looking to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. This is TJ Logan to return it. And up past the 35, a very good return, but a penalty down. That may negate all the good work. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back. So
Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. Gets around him. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. This is McCaffrey on the give. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it, and the Buccaneers have it. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, yeah, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football and not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
He gets away from one. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down.
All right, here we go.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Strong coverage by Carolina. And on we go to 4th down.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down. But what an effort to get his hand on that one. Knock it away. And brings up a 4th down decision.
And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point, or in this case, a field goal.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though? when they only gave up the field goal, and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Gerald McCoy is so slippery and elusive in the interior of the defense. I don't care who has the assignment to block him. It usually ends up having to take at least 2. And most of the time, that's not enough either. Witness that tackle for loss.
To throw on second down is Newton. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. The Panthers on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. They find some open field here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain of 13 and also a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now Newton on first down. Incomplete. Jabril Peppers, a former first-round pick, there on the coverage.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Second and 10, Newton again. Over the middle, complete. That's Bird. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards. Newton now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Gano out to kick this one away. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Now let's go.
On second down, Johnson. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The Bucs on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 11.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
He may try and run for this. The keeper good for only 4, and that's going to lead to a 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. This is taken at the 23. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Panthers just continue to pour it on. Gano for the extra point. Gano the extra point. And we're back now in Charlotte. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Gano out to kick this one away. Raymond now on the return. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Panthers have recovered.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Pitching it out to McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Travis Carey there to make the tackle.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Panthers on third down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. He will push his way down to about the 14. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And Godot's kick is right through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Raymond now on the return. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Here we go now.
Again, it's Johnson. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now let's go. 3-19.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Bucs on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Open man has got it. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a first down.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he rifles one incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And his throw is incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. 3rd down here. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Set!
third down. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. K'Wan Short in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, he's looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll run with McCaffrey, and he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Here's Brett Kern now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. He'll look to throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Here's Brian Anger now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Right back to him on 1st down. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Carolina, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Minnesota Vikings come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.